Hey everybody, it's HipHoppa here, and you are tuned into Hoppa's Hit Tips once again, and thank you for joining me. Today is New Bloods Day, baby. So let's check these bad boys out, shall we? Alright. Insects, dinosaurs, extraterrestrials. The city seems to have become a sanctuary for all the creatures in the galaxy. New bloods from another world. Clint City welcomes Boogamon, the Dominion insect. Finn, Zariah's little boy with the raptors. Finn, Zariah's little boy with the... okay. Ack, Sachrome, Ack. Okay. Mamba, the ex-berserk, now Fang P-Clang. What? Okay, whatevs. 5 new missions have been added. And we have changes, blah, blah, blah. Alright. We will get to that. But let's find White Dragon 11's amazing new blood preset here. Thank you as always to White Dragon 11 for providing such a great service to our community. And let's check these out. So we got looks like it's a double uncommon week, and then a common and a rare. So first of all, Boogamon here. Growth, -1 power and damage, min 4. And growth. Oh, and then, yeah, his bonus is growth. Okay, -1 power, min 4. That's interesting. That's like... wow. That's a lot like, what's his name? The Golem guy. Who's the Golem? Galrock? He's a lot like Galrock, I think. Because Galrock is what? He's degrowth, isn't he? Degrowth -1 power, min 5. Anyway, so this guy starts out at 8-7. He's got 8-7 stats. And he drags you down to a min 4. Starting on turn 2, though, starting on turn 1, he -1, he -2s your power, min 4. That's crazy. For an 8 powered card, for an 8-7, that's tough. Plus, he has DR as well. But his DR isn't like super powerful until round 4, and then it still has a min 4. But that's still way nice. I'd say he's a T3 card for that reason, for his ability. But you know, he's still usable in like EFC and stuff as like a basically a 12-7 card in a lot of ways. I mean, on round 2. On round 1, you could say he's like a 10-7. He's basically a 10-7. On round 3, he's like an 11-7. Or no, on round 2, he's got like... on round 2, he's basically a 12-7. Because he -4s you on round 2. So... That's a pretty insane uncommon card. Wait a second, and he's a 2-star? Are you kidding me? Hold on just a frigging second. That can't... what the crap? How is he a 2-star? There's no effing way. Okay, hold on. Am I reading this wrong? Okay, so he starts out. Okay, hold on. So he gets minus damage as he goes. I see. Okay, that makes a little more sense. But holy crap, he's a frigging 10-7 2-star on round 1, right? Oh no. Okay. He gets -1 power and damage on round 1, but so does the opponent. So he's a 7-7 on round 1, but your opponent is also -1 power. Okay, so he doesn't DR. He just gets weaker as the battle goes on, right? But he doesn't really get weaker. I mean, he stays at 8 power because he's losing power as he goes, but your opponent is also losing power as he goes, right? So he starts out at 8 power, but he starts out at 8-6, I guess, right? He starts out as an 8-6. He starts out as a virtual. He starts out as a virtual 8-6, okay? But really he's a 7-6. He starts out at 7-6. And then his damage slowly degrades after that. So he becomes a 7-5. On round 3 he's a 7-4. And on round 4 he is a 7-3. But holy cow, that's still a ton of, that's a big friggin' card for a 2-star. That's insane. So yeah, holy cow. So his damage slowly degrades over the course of 4 rounds. Down to a -4, doesn't it? So on round 3 and 4, he's damage 4. His damage is 4. Round 2, his damage is 5, and round 1, his damage is 6, basically. Unless he gets SOA'd, and then he's a friggin' 8-7. So that's interesting. That's an interesting way to make an anti-SOA card without using a stop ability. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. He's definitely a powerful card. I like him. Hopefully you guys understand his ability. I kind of botched that like 50 times, but I think I finally got it here at the end. So yeah, so he starts out as a 7-6 and -1's his opponent's power, and then his power slowly kind of ramps up from there, I guess. Well, no, it stays the same. It stays the same. He's basically a 7 power that can drag his opponent down to 4 power, and then his damage just kind of degrades over time down to a -4. But still, like a 7-4, that's a pretty big 2-star still. I mean, 7-4 is like, it's pretty nice. Alright, so next we have Mamba. She's an 8-2 damage exchange for the Fang P. And oh man, female Hulk there, awesome. So she's an 8-2 damage exchange, 3-star Fang P. Pretty decent stats, I guess. Base stats 8-2, but with the Fang P bonus, she's like an 8-4. So that's great for a 3-star. Pretty solid stats. And then damage exchange. Damage exchange is nice on Fang P because she gets the +2 damage anyway, right? So even if she copies if she copies, say, another 2 damage card, she's still an 8-4, right? And there aren't too many other cards that are like 8 1s, right? I mean, or that are 1 damage, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I guess she might get paired up with one of those and, you know, and get like, you know, only get 3 damage total, right? But that's going to be pretty rare. And then occasionally she's going to have someone with cancel power and damage, right? Which would make her just a straight up 8-2, which kind of sucks for a 3-star. So you definitely want to keep her away from you know, cancel damage cards. But other than that, you know, I'd say she's pretty solid. Pretty solid card. So let me guess, she goes to Fang P and like, I guess we should read the bio, huh? I guess she goes to Fang P and they cure her of her Xantiax. Mamba was always very calm before accidentally inhaling Xantiax, which is why she didn't stick around with the Berserk clan, as anger and rage were not part of her DNA. After a long time on the road, she finally reached the Golden Mountain, where the Fang Pi clan took her under their wing, and with the help of meditation and sound advice from Shisawa, she's now managed to get on top of the anger and hatred that were burning her up inside. But it's an ongoing internal battle that could blow up in all their faces at any given moment. Alright. Awesome. Anyway, so Fang Pi finally gets a damage exchange card. Seems like most clans are getting a damage exchange card at some point. I guess we'll see. But Fang Pi gets theirs. She's solid. She's decent. Next we have Finn. He's the common of the bunch here. He's a Dominion. I don't know why Dominion needs an insect, but whatever. Or no, he's Raptors. Okay, that's right. He's Zarya's little kid, I guess. Hopefully she didn't mate with a dinosaur. It looks like he's human, so that's good. So he is a 2-star 8-2, courage -3 damage, min 2. And so he's kind of he's your basic DR card. I think Raptors probably needed that ever since they lost Brutus in Z Palace. Did they lose Brutus? I think they did. So he's a nice little DR card. Of course, it's conditional with courage, so you just have to toss him out there and let your opponent match up whoever they want with him. But overall decent. Let's see here. Ever since the Raptors turned up in Clint City, little dinosaurs have been roaming the streets, but the question is, how do they manage to grow so quickly? Who's feeding them? Rumor has it that an orphan has tamed them by giving them Spherix neblins hunted down with his bare hands. Oh, Spherix neblins are like plural? That's interesting. So that's the name of an alien species? I thought it was just the dude's name. Okay. Zarya can recognize an innocent soul when she sees one. Finding the child was no easy task, but when she landed before him, astride her splendid raptor, she didn't even need to convince him into following her. Oh, okay, so she didn't give birth to him, she just adopted him. I see. Alright. Well, last but certainly not least is our rare Ack. A 5-star 7-4. This is a Sacrome, so a 7-4 with victory or defeat, equalizer +1 life. That's a mouthful. Okay, so basically he has basically he against, let's say he's against a 2-star. He's like He's like a 7/6, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. He's a 7/4, but if he wins the match, he gets +2 life. So he makes a 6 life gap. And then it just kind of goes up from there. So against a 5-star, well, against a 3-star, he's like a 7/7. Against a 4-star, he's a 7/8. Against a 5-star, he's a friggin' 7/9. Or rather, he can make a 9 life gap. Of course, 4 damage is pretty dang low for a 5-star. It's pretty low for a 4-star, to be honest. But it's victory or defeat, so that makes him pretty powerful, pretty flexible. Against a 5-star, you're gonna gain 5 life, even if you lose. And if you win, you get that extra 4 damage in addition to your 5 life. So a nice 9 life gap. Yeah, he's a decent card. I like him. Let's see. Let's go back here now and see like who they're replacing, because that's always helpful too. So so they can be played in all zones. That's good. None of them are banned yet. And it looks like Boogamon. Let's see, which one's Boogamon? I'm trying to remember. Boogamon is the Dominion. Okay, so he's the big 8/7 2-star, and he replaces Ziggle. So that's a decent replacement. Ziggle also had his damage. He was like he was a virtual 8/5 at the beginning of the match, and then his damage slowly degrades from there. So excuse me. So Boogamon, Boogamon, he's actually a better Ziggle, to be honest. Because Boogamon starts out as like a 7/6, whereas Ziggle started out as a 7/5 on round 1. So I'd say Boogamon's actually a better card than Ziggle. That's definitely an upgrade for Dominion in Z Palace. So next we have Finn here, who's replacing Gum. So that's kind of interesting. Gum was, purely an offensive card, and Finn is a defensive card. But they're both 2-stars, and I don't know. Let's look at Raptors really quickly. Maybe they needed some defense? I don't know. Raptors, where are you? There you are. Oh, and let's do, Z Palace? Z Palace. Alright. So Raptors and Z Palace has Bartholomew as one of their 2s. Again, he's an offensive card with Revenge. And then they got Jet, which I don't like in Z Palace. He's not a very good EFC card, to be honest. So he's their 5. You got Clarice. She's nice. I guess they have Brutus. That's interesting. So I guess they still have Brutus in Z Palace. But he's support. So I guess Finn is like, if you want to use Raptors as a split deck in Z Palace, Otherwise you'd use Brutus, obviously. So I don't know. They got Gray. He's also an offensive 2-star. Mim. Mim can be offense or defense on 2 as a 2-star. So she's kind of flexible. But it looked like they just had too many offensive 2-stars, and they just needed some. They needed some more defense, and it looks like that's what they got with Finn. So, what else have we got here? So those are all rocket, right? Alright, and then we've got what? So Starve, again, he's mostly offensive. You can play him defensively because he has attack manipulation, so you can just throw him out there and make your opponent spend pills. But yeah, it looks like they just needed some more 2-star defense, so that's what they got. So that's cool. Let's go back now. So Mamba replaces Shifu, and Shifu was a very nice offensive card. Has been for a long time. But now Mamba is more defensive, so that's cool. But she can also be offensive, I guess. Copy damage goes both ways, right? So that's decent. And good replacement there. Shifu's an old card, man. He's been around a long time, so I'm surprised he's still in Z Palace. Anyway, last but not least, Ack replaces Miss Stella. So, I don't know. They're both offensive. I mean, they're both, I would say, defensive cards in ways. Miss Stella's defensive in regards to her having a high attack manipulation, so you can just kind of toss her out there and make people pill over her. Whereas Ack is a life gainer, so you can throw him out there and just gain life. But they're both solid defensive cards with similar stats. Miss Stella's a 7/6, and Ack can make a little bit more of a gap, but obviously he lacks, the attack manipulation. Anyway, that's cool. And I'm not going to go through these other changes really. They're not that big a deal. Ryujin, Yumi, and M-Bolt can no longer be played in Polit Arena. Does anybody use M-Bolt? I don't. Yumi and Ryujin, they're decent cards. Ray and Murray can no longer be played in EFC Tower. Murray's a nice card for Sacrome. So he drops out of EFC Tower into Danger Zone. That's interesting. And Marlissa CR and Rain CR, not many people have them. And Rain CR is pretty lame anyway. Marlissa CR is nice, but she doesn't get played a whole lot anymore. So she drops from Danger Zone to Choco Muscle Ring. And then Titane and Pulsar, who gives a crap? Okay. So, that's awesome. Let's go check out the Flash missions, shall we? Alright, so these are weekly legend missions. Let's see. Huckleberry. Block 40 damage with Finn. Okay. So he's a -3 damage, min 2. So 40 damage is quite a bit, but it's like 13 rounds or so, something like that with Finn. That's if you're blocking the max 3 per round. So that could take a little while. Ack. Gain 88 life points with Ack. That's quite a bit of life. You know, if you're hitting 4 stars, that's like 22 rounds. If you're gaining life against 4 stars, it's even more if you're hitting 3s and 2s. So yeah, 88 life will take a while with Ack. You know, if you get the occasional 5 in there, that'll be nice. And then, of course, win 8 fights finishing with a KO from Ack. That's, I suppose, you could get 8 fights with a KO in there while you're gaining those 88 life points. But he only hits for 4 damage, so you're definitely going to need some other high damage cards in there with him to help finish that mission. We got Quietness, win 20 rounds with Mamba. And so she's damage exchange, so they actually want you to win rounds with her, which is different, which is, a lot of times you're nerfing other cards with your damage exchange. So here you're going to have to win rounds with Mamba, which, she's an 8 power, so shouldn't be too difficult, but 20 rounds is quite a few. So that's going to take a while as well. And finally we have New Globum, ? Inflict 60 damages with Boogamon. And, again, he can deal, if you're tossing him on round 1 with 6 damage, that's, 10 rounds. But again, if you're letting him go to rounds 2 or 3 or even 4, this mission will take a little longer, obviously. Of course, you can Fury too. Fury's going to get you some extra damage in there, because with Fury he's a 7 damage. He can hit for 6 damage. Sorry. If he's at his min of 4, you can Fury for 6. So yeah, that'll take a little while, but it's probably the easiest of all these missions, is the Boogamon mission, I would say. Anyway, those are your lovely new bloods, ladies and gentlemen. And without further ado, let's go to the shop and get a pack, shall we? So we got new bloods, baby. Let's see here. I just want to make sure. Let's see. Serlina, Ardwiz, Clarice, Kimba, Wu-Tong. I think I have all these. Hammerlock, Shredder, Miss Jiggy, Mago, Spartak, Bros, Nero. I think I bought a Nero. Schwartz, Pudge, Farah, Jet, Homie, Duchess. Okay, I think I'm good for a while on these. So let's go ahead and buy our pack. Congratulations, I just got 5 cards. Ooh, Mr. Dark, very nice. Didn't have Cornelius either, excellent. There's Finn, one of the new cards, very nice. We got Ardwiz, and we got another copy of Spartak. So that's a decent pull. I like that. Very nice. I'm stoked about the Mr. Dark for sure. Anyway, folks, this has been Hoppa's Hip Tips. Go ahead and check out my my Coliseum videos that I've been doing for the last couple days, and I will be back in a little bit with some more Coliseum action today. Probably going to finish out the Coliseum today, so look for another couple videos on those. And thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Ring the bell, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.